Wow. What an incredible person Greg was. What a fighter. Hello, my name is Steve Coplon, and I'm so honored to be here today. Thank you. I'd like to give a big shout out to Marco Manilovich. He's here today with his family right over here. Marco! At 24 years old, Marco is preparing for a second battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Marco, we're with you. You're going to win this fight. Thanks to all of you for helping to fund the cure for blood cancers so that Greg, Marco, and all of us fighting cancers can have the best tools to wage the best fight that we can. We can beat cancer. This is a wonderful event that Wings Over Leukemia and Lymphoma host every year, raising money to support LLS. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is a global leader in the fight against cancer. The LLS mission: cure leukemia, lymphoma, Hodgkin's disease, and myeloma, and improve the quality of life of patients and their families. LLS funds life-saving blood cancer research around the world, provides free information and support services, and is the voice for all blood cancer patients seeking access to quality, affordable, coordinated care. LLS is the world's largest nonprofit funding organization to find the cure for blood cancer. Since being founded in 1949 by a couple who lost their 17-year-old teenage son, LLS has raised over $1.5 billion through donations and grassroots events just like this one here today. There are still ways that you can support the blood cancer research. We've got t-shirts for sale, raffle tickets, a silent auction, and a regular auction. The tickets are back there. I've been living with an incurable blood cancer for 21 years, multiple myeloma. When I was first diagnosed with it, the average life expectancy was 5.5 years. I'm in my 22nd year. I'm one of the fortunate ones. I just take one day at a time and thank God for another day. But it's not about me. I'm incredibly blessed because I know how much that I am loved. I want each one of you to take a moment right now and just think about how much you are loved. If you don't know that you're loved, come talk to me. I love you. God loves you. I want you to think about if you were to leave this world early, all the people who love you, who would grieve you, who miss you, who need you, who depend on you, who enjoy being with you, who come to you for counsel. Let's fund the cure, not just for those of us that have the cancers, but for those who love you and want you to be around in their lives longer. 3 years ago, I was the honored hero at the LLS Light the Night that this event is part of. I talked about how I never expected to see my grandkids. I didn't have any when I was first diagnosed. I spoke about how I now have 8 grandkids, and I held up my youngest, Max, then, who was just 3 months old at the time. Where's Max? There he is. Max is right there in the middle of my family. Hey, Max, love you. Today I want to share a few conversations that I had with Willie, another one of my grandkids, 8-year-old. Willie's a Cub Scout, and his pack met this past Thursday at a fire station. On Friday, I was talking with Willie, and I said, I just want to know one thing about your Cub Scout evening at the fire station. Did you get to slide down the pole? What pole, Papa? What do you mean, Willie? You know that fire stations have a pole from the second floor down to where the fire trucks are so that they can jump up and slide down, get their boots on, pull up their pants, put on their jackets, and get into the fire truck fast? Didn't they let you slide down the pole? No, Papa. We're in the room where the fire trucks were, and there wasn't a pole. Come on, Willie. All fire stations have a pole. Not this one, Papa. It was only one floor. Got me there, Willie. 3 weeks ago, Willie was over, and we were doing trains in the playroom. And out of nowhere, he asked, Papa, how old will you be when you die? Well, Willie, I don't know. But when I was in the 3rd grade, the same age as you are right now, I read a weekly reader with a woman 100 years old on the cover. And I read the 3-page article about her talking about all the things that she had seen that had happened during her life. I made up my mind then that I wanted to live to be 100 and see many, many things in my life, just like she did. So I've been living my life to be at least 100 years old. And I expect that I'm going to get there, Willie. Well, Papa, that's going to be hard to do with all your cancers from the mouth of babes. Let's find the cure for all the Willies and Maxes that love their papas so much. Tomorrow, I'm driving to Richmond for a Tuesday morning surgery at MCV Hospital. 4 weeks ago, at a routine visit, my dentist took an x-ray of my mouth and found a tumor in my jaw. I'm having a biopsy of my jaw to find out what's going on. 6.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and my doctors recommend that I have my prostate removed immediately to give me the best chance of not having to fight 2 cancers at the same time, something that you don't want to have to do. They said that the prostate cancer was minor compared to the much more serious cancer that I have, multiple myeloma. So they took out my prostate, and 3 months later gave me the bad news that they were very sorry, but the prostate cancer had spread outside my prostate area and that I needed radiation. I took 37 days of radiation, and for 3 years, my prostate cancer was undetectable. Then my PSA started showing up again and climbing. This past May, it was determined that 6 years after removing my prostate, I definitely had prostate cancer again. I had a PET scan with an infusion of radioactive isotopes that would light up where the prostate cancer was in my body. If it was diffuse, there would be nothing that they could do other than hormone treatments sometime in the future to slow down the cancer. If it was concentrated, I could have high-intensity stereotactic radiation treatments. It showed a mass in my hip, but my prostate cancer doctor could not determine if it was prostate cancer or if it was multiple myeloma since it was in the bone. I had to go back to my multiple myeloma doctor and go through procedures for him to be confident that it was not multiple myeloma. He sent me back to my prostate cancer doctor, who sent me to my radiologist to have the stereotactic radiation treatments to kill the cancer that had metastasized in my hip. I underwent 5 treatments in July, which were tremendously successful. So here I am, fighting 2 cancers at the same time anyway, even though we tried to eliminate the less serious ones so that I could be more equipped to fight my multiple myeloma blood cancer. I'm good with what I'm facing. I simply pray to God to give me courage, strength, and dignity as I continue my battle. I ask you to keep supporting Wings Over Leukemia and Lymphoma. And again, thank you for being here today. God bless you. Enjoy the Wendy's wings and enjoy the music. Thank you.